here's the video that's been a long time coming. So I'm gonna breeze through it as much as possible, not get into details because it's too much, and more is coming, okay? So I'm here to talk a little bit about what's going on with me for several months that some of you know, and who I am, who I'm truly here to be, and what I'm here to do, and who I'm not, or more specifically, what I don't do, to shed some light, okay? So, first off, yes, I have been dealing with severe insomnia and sleep deprivation, and I've had insomnia for over 20 years, a pretty hard case where not much works. But this is beyond that. I have since September literally lost the ability to sleep. I don't know how to go to sleep and how to sleep. It is absolutely, it's been scary, torture. A human being must sleep, so it is torture, literally. And what's happened is some physical stuff. I lost 8 pounds very quickly, which is a lot for me. My short-term memory has been pretty jacked up, and headaches and nausea sometimes, and when it's been really bad. And Christmas was one of them. I didn't know if I was gonna make it through. So yes, it's been very extreme and painful. Now, I don't want to get into too much more about it because I'm doing my best to get away from it, and it also has been, in the midst of all the pain, very illuminating in some ways, which I will get into more of later. But not even heavy-duty stuff that I never wanted to try, like heavy-duty medications. I can't stand chemical medications. But I've had to try for survival. Some of that hasn't even helped. Some that puts up big guys for 10 to 12 hours, which is really crazy. But I knew right away what this was, and that the medical field was not gonna really be able to help me. So I have gotten more help in the metaphysical and spiritual world, if you will, and where I'm more connected. So on that, I'm still going through it and in the process of relearning how to sleep. I have a temporary solution right now, which is not good at all, but sleep I must have. So hopefully soon it's turning around. And in the meantime, I also wanted to say that I'm sitting here in front of the mandala flower, which has the meaning of love, oneness, and compassion. And I am a little bit dry, so I'm gonna take a sip of water. And in doing so, I wanted to show you my customized mug that I love. So it says Osa. You can choose hair color, hairstyle, and kind of the closest body type. And then this is the quote that sums me up pretty well in a quote, in a few words. If you can't see it, I think you can, but I'm mostly peace, love, and light, and a little go fuck yourself. So it's pretty accurate, yeah. So now, yes, as a very sensitive empath, I have soaked up the fear, the immense fear, and the chaos and hatred that we have been going through. And the last half of 2020, I could not protect myself. It's a constant work in that. So this is a big part of my sleeplessness. Also, I am a very old soul. I have experienced past lives, and so far back, and one thread, and that I'm working through now still, and have had to be away from all media, and been to myself a lot in the sleep deprivation. Doing this is to reconcile the frustration that I felt as a little girl even, and through past lives and now, that humanity can still not make necessary changes collectively and move through higher in consciousness without a lot of chaos, conflict, and hatred. And this has been what's been weighing my soul down, and sleep deprivation. Also, a personal more personal thing from past lives that's been there too for the past year. But in any event, I'm still going through that because I am here to be a part of this grand awakening that's happening. This is the most pivotal point in humanity. And ironically, last year, 2020, was really signified and highlighted by that masks really have to fall, meaning we must live more authentically from our heart and soul. Systems in place must change and transform and fall, and a lot of leaders who are in power. So ironically, 2020 kind of had the opposite effect physically. So anyways, I am a light worker, and I am of the light worker family, meaning I am here to help in the grand awakening of humanity. So I've been having to work on reconciling these frustrations that I've had myself, because we are where we are, and all of this has had to happen, unfortunately, in order for a grander awakening throughout humanity, and come away from living in fear, control, power over, and more authentically and multidimensionally. So I also have certain abilities in clairvoyance, claircognizance, and clairsentience. And I have visits from past souls, those who have passed on from this physical world. So again, I will be talking more about this later. Now, this world of duality that we have been living in so much, and stereotyping and putting people and things in boxes, that's also something that needs to go. That's part of this awakening, and what I have known for a long time that I'm here to shatter. So for my personal story, we all have been stereotyped, right, in one way or the other. So for me personally, being a Swedish blonde, having done some modeling and being in the acting community and having a booty and, you know, a certain physical appearance that's being perceived in a certain way, and having sexy pictures out there has put me in a box. I have never allowed it for myself to be put in that box, but that's also been my frustration and upstream swimming. So I am also a voice for that. You can own your sexy and be sexy. That's a part of me and a part of people. But that doesn't exclude you from being intelligent and very deep and have other things that are much more important, okay? And I have always set very hard boundaries from the very beginning with what I do and won't do with the modeling and all that. Authenticity, integrity, love and oneness and wholeness is what I'm here to promote, for lack of better words, as the video is getting long. So again, this is what I'm gonna be talking about in books and furthermore in videos, and however it's gonna manifest on platforms in a bigger way. And so on that note, there are many women out there who are using my pictures and making more money and making moves on my pictures than I am myself, which is very frustrating. And I don't want to be associated with webcams, OnlyFans nude pictures. I don't do that. If people want to go and do that, be authentically you. Don't drag somebody else into it who don't. I don't do happy massages, endings, you know, things like that. So please report if you see. This is my only Instagram as well, and I'm trying to get my Facebook back, which was hacked. So yes, this wraps it up. And on that note, Happy New Year to us all for a more awakened, healthy, and sane year.